Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hey girl, hey. Now let's get into this meal prep. First, we got our chicken and gravy with rice and roasted green beans. I got this recipe from my girl Temp. I'm gonna put her Instagram down in the description box so that y'all can follow her. She be making good recipes. So you got your little seasonings. You're gonna take your seasonings and you're gonna have them at the ready. Okay, always have your seasonings at the ready. You're gonna take 3 pieces of chicken breast after you cut all the ugly shit off of it, and you're gonna just season your chicken shell. You're gonna rub it in there, rub it in like you're giving your man a good fancy massage. You feel me? Now we're gonna get into the crock pot. You're gonna take 2 cans of your cream of chicken and you're gonna get you some chicken gravy. You're gonna put the cream of chicken in there first, 1 can, and then you're gonna sprinkle just a little bit of your gravy in there. And you're going to stir it around. You know, you're gonna give it a wee bit of a stir. And then you're gonna place your chicken in there carefully. Look how seasoned that chicken is. Y'all, I don't play when it comes to seasoning my chicken. That chicken gotta have some flavor. It got to have some flavor up in it. So once you put your chicken up in there, then you're gonna cover it with your 2nd can of cream of chicken soup. Put it all in there. Just bloop. You see how that bloop in there? Now, you can get you some reduced sodium. I don't think I had got the reduced sodium one. But then you're going to take just a little bit more of your gravy. And you want to put your top on it and set that. I put mine on high for about 2 hours, I think I put it on. And then look at it. Just, look at it. You check on your chicken and look how good it look already. And then you stick your fork in there. Look at that. Chicken just falling off the bone, even though it wasn't even on the bone to begin with. But you get what I'm saying. Y'all, if that chicken ain't shredded like that, as soon as you just stick your fork in there and then it coming off, you ain't do right. But now we're going to go in with our rice. Now, most people cook their rice. I suck at cooking rice. Don't clock me. So I use my little 90-second pack of red rice. Okay, and it come out just as good. And then you got you a meal, sis. You got you a good meal. I separated this into about 3 or 4 dishes, I think, and you set for the week, to be honest. Now it's time to get into the beef sausage with the roasted green beans and red pepper. You heard? So you're going to take your beef smoked sausage, okay? You're going to take your beef smoked sausage and you're going to put it on your thing and you're going to cut it into 1,000 tiny little pieces. Not too tiny, but tiny enough to where you can swish it around up in the skillet. That's what you're going to do first. And then you're going to put you just a tad bit of olive oil in there because, like, sausage honestly makes its own grease, but you just need you a little tad bit of olive oil, and you're gonna just stir it around until it get brown. And now you're gonna take you a bell pepper and cut it up, slice it up real thin, as thin as you want to anyway. I like mine to be slightly thick but not too thick. So you're gonna slice it, and then I like to slice it in half again so that they not too big but they not too small. You feel me? You want to take your sausage out and put it to the side while you cooking everything else. And y'all, we don't even have to make new dishes because you know what you're going to do? You're going to take your vegetables that you have and put it right in there with that sausage. So the vegetables include the red bell peppers that we just cut up and some fresh cut green beans. But you're gonna drain the green beans. You don't just pour them in there with the juice. Don't pour them in there with the juice. Don't make this and be like, Mimi told me to pour it in with the juice. Don't pour it in with the juice. You're gonna stir it around up in there, and then you're gonna take a few seasonings to season with it. You're gonna take your seasoned salt, and you're gonna take you some cayenne pepper, just a little bit of that cayenne pepper. You don't want it to be too spicy. A little bit of pepper and a little bit of garlic powder, and then you just gonna give that a good fancy stir. Oh, yep, don't forget the paprika. I almost forgot the paprika. You're gonna give that a good fancy stir until everything kind of roasts the way you want it to roast. You're going to put your sausage back in there, and there you have it. A beautiful beef sausage with red bell pepper and green bean medley, y'all. And I think I separated this into 3 meals, you guys. 3 meals. Now let's get into the tuna fish. Y'all, tuna fish is like one of the easiest, most simplest things you can make, and it really don't cost that much. You're going to get you 4 cans of chunk light tuna in water, the little small cans. Now, if you get the big cans, you're going to need to just get about 2 of them. And then you're going to, separate that tuna that was in those cans as best you can. Now, you need to drain the tuna in the can. Don't just pour it in there with the water still in it. Drain it, honey. Drain it a little bit, okay? And then once you get that as separated as you can get it, you're going to take I would say about 3 fat spoonfuls of mayonnaise. A little bit more depending on how you like it. Like if you want it to be more like dippy, I would say maybe you might need to put a little bit more, but I don't like to do too much because I really technically don't even like to taste mayonnaise. So I don't like to do too much. And then you're just going to get that. You're going to give that a little stir, you're just going to stir it around. And then you're going to go in with about 2 spoons of sweet relish. You could put as much sweet relish as you want. Oh, see, look, I put 3. But you want to put like at least 2. And then go in with a little pepper and just a pinch. Like when I say a pinch of salt, that you seen I did my pinch. And another pinch of sugar. Just a pinch now. And then you're going to stir all that together. And then after you get done stirring all that together, you're basically done. But I like to take 2 boiled eggs and shred them inside of the tuna fish. 2 boiled eggs, you guys. 2 boiled eggs. And there you have it, lads. A couple of servings of tuna fish. A nice, vibrant meal to have on days where you don't feel like cooking. And you just stick this in the refrigerator and eat it with some crackers or whatever your choice of dipper is. Now we're going to get into some deviled eggs or angel eggs, whatever you want to call them. These are also, you basically make deviled eggs the way you make tuna fish. At least that's how my mama taught me to make it. So you're going to take your boiled eggs. I use 6 boiled eggs. You're going to cut them in half and you're going to take the yolk out of it. You're going to pop that yolk into a little bowl. You're going to do that for every egg. Then you're going to take the yolk and like take the back part of a spoon and just smush it out. You don't skimp out on doing this. Now some people like their deviled eggs a bit more chunky. If you like yours a bit more chunky, you don't have to press it, but I don't like mine too chunky. So you just take those little yolk balls and crush them down, child. Crush them down. Then you're going to take just a little bit of mayonnaise. I used about 2 spoonfuls, and I wouldn't even say it was a whole spoonful. You're going to take a pinch of salt, a little bit of pepper, and a pinch of sugar. See, it's basically the same, and just a little bit of sweet relish. It's basically the same way you make the tuna fish in essence. And then you're going to give that a good wee stir. And once you do that, you just take it and put them back into the little holes of the egg. That's all you have to do. You're going to drip it down in there. Now we're going to get into our smoothies. We're going to have some orange juice, some beets, banana, and strawberry smoothies. First, you want to take your beets. I don't know if you could buy beets pre-cut, but please do, because child, it was so hard to cut those. And then you're going to take some frozen bananas, frozen strawberries, and a little bit of orange juice. You can use fresh squeezed orange juice, but did I have time to fresh squeeze some orange juice? No, I did not. So you're just going to take a little bit of all of that and put it all in a blender. Now, I will admit, y'all, I think I broke my blender after this. I'm not even going to joke with y'all, because those beets are really hard to cut through. It wasn't even the strawberries and shit. Those beets are really hard to cut through. So I think that now I have to buy a new blender. I'm not exactly sure. I haven't tested it out yet. But you're just going to take all of that and you're going to mix it together. Mix, and don't break your blender. I just wanted to mention that I got these little cups from the Dollar Tree. They're like two-sided, and they're meant for like snacks and they're meant for like yogurt, I think. But I used them for my smoothies and it worked out just fine. Last but not least, we got our vanilla Greek yogurt with chia seeds and honey. It's literally exactly what you think it is. You just throw you some vanilla Greek yogurt, zero sugar. You're gonna throw it in your little yogurt thing, whatever tray you use for your yogurt, and then you're gonna take about 1 tablespoon of chia seeds. You can say you're not supposed to add more than 2 tablespoons of chia seed a day. I just did 1 tablespoon. Sometimes I even do 1 teaspoon. I'm not even joking. And then you just take a little honey and drizzle it. Mix it all together, and boom, you got you some chia seed yogurt. It's as simple as pie. And that is all, folks. Thank you for watching. Let me know how often do you meal prep, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you in my next video. Peace.